Hello and welcome back to Conquest Racing Club. Welcome back to another unboxing review. Today we are going to unbox and review an analog car. We're looking at a Policar. Now this is my first Policar that I ever got. I do have a lot of slotted, and I know Policar and slotted are sister companies. So I'm excited to unbox this car and have a look at it. And let's get to it. Alright, so the car we're looking at today is Ferrari 412P. This is once again from Policar. The car comes in a jewel case. The jewel case is covered by a corrugate sleeve here. So it's this yellow and red sleeve. So I'm going to just slide this out here. So as we slide this out, you see the sleeve right here. It says Policar on it. You can focus, there we go. Policar. And on the back, we get, just the UPC and stuff. On the bottom, just a bit of information about the company. Nothing crazy, so just general warnings, etc. on the car here, on the corrugate here. And then we get the case. So underneath the case, actually between the case and the cardboard sleeve, there's a little bag of goodies. In this bag of goodies, we get the aluminum rear wheels, or the rims. And we also get the mounting hardware for the new slotted digital chip, if you wanted to put chip up this car and put that in there. And then we get the car itself. So the car is on... in a clear jewel case cover with a black base, and all you have to do is slide off the jewel case cover here, and we get the car. And the car we're looking at today is the Ferrari 412P. This is the 24 Hour of Le Mans 1967 car, driven by R. Attwood and P. Courage. Very sleek looking car. Now, full disclosure, I did already undo this car, and I did by accident lose the little side view mirror here, so I feel a little bit disappointed about that, but these things happen. We all know that with slot cars. So when you do want to take this car off the base, there's a little wire that is actually threaded right through these two holes here. So you have to undo this and pull this off, and then there's a little screw tab here. It's not a screw itself, it's just a tab. So when you lift that off, you can see this tab right here. Can you see it? I don't know. There you go. Yeah, so that's the little tab there that holds the car down onto the base here. And when you do that, the car comes off the base. So this car comes from one of my favorite, historical eras of racing. This is the late 60s, early 70s. You get the GT40s, you get the Ferrari 412P here, you get the, Porsche 917s, that kind of era of car. You can notice that they have very low profile, very sleek, aerodynamic profiles in most of those vehicles, and the Ferrari is no less capable than any one of them. So the car is generally very light, and most slotted cars are light. So the Policar is no different. Pretty light, but still well-finished body. Really nice clear coat on it. You get that really nice red, deep red on it. I love the little cyan accents all through the vehicle. You get a little bit on the front bumper here. You get the striping that goes right across the whole body at the top. Very simple livery here. The number 23 in round. In the round white oval, and the driver is actually on the right hand side of the vehicle, and he's in a white racing suit and a white helmet, and seems to be cut off just below the knees here as I look through the body here. So once again, very simple, sleek design. I really like these little flares that come out at the back here that create this kind of spoiler in the back on the rear end of the vehicle. Very nice and sleek side profile, really nice big front wheel arches, and like the whole lines as you travel through the vehicle are super exquisite, super smooth. This just screams that I will cut through the air and I'll get you where you need to go fast. And really nice big air intake in the front end here. I love these little teardrop headlights that appear on this vehicle, similar to, once again, like I said, the 917s. And yeah, in general, a very simply put together, beautiful vehicle. On the rear of the vehicle, you get to see the quad tips that come out. You get to see the rear, the spare wheel in this little hollowing in the back here. And you get the two simple tail lights and the accompaniment there. And then you get these two yellow stripes here as well as part of the livery, which kind of makes it stand out. If you look at the bottom and you look at the chassis, you'll notice that this has a monopod, which is, you find that in most of the race prep chassis that you'll get from Slotted or Revo Slot, NSR, etc. But this is a sidewinder profile motor, so and I believe this is 11-tooth pinion gear and a 32-tooth spur gear here. We will then open up the chassis right now and take a look inside. So to do that, there's only 3 screws. There's 1 in the back here and 2 in the front here. We'll open those up and let's have a look at the chassis. So once you open it up and remove the body from the chassis, you see the body is very, very simple on the underside. Other than Carrera, which is like completely enclosed, this one is kind of half opened. You can see the area, the gap that sends you through the interior to the exterior roof of the vehicle. And you can see everything is just kind of plastic or melted on in place here. So pretty simple interior. And we'll look at the chassis itself, no different. Once again, like I said, these are performance chassis, so they have the floating motor pods here. So this whole area can be loosened up so that there is some give. When the vehicle is moving around the track, it does flex and allows the drive between the gears to mesh up with the tires to put the power to the track without too much power loss. Once again, we have an 11-tooth pinion going to 32-tooth spur gear. We have a standard 18,000 RPM motor, if I'm not mistaken here. I'm not too sure, but I can verify that. And you can see, simple wiring. I really like these new connectors from Slotted. They make putting in the chips or changing out motors really quickly. And less soldering now as it was in the earlier days of slot car racing. We see the magnet here, so if you want to pull that out, you can. This is the back end of the spare tire. As you notice, it's only a half tire and it's made of hard plastic. If you wanted to, you could open up these screws slightly to make this motor pod float. But that's about it. This car is really geared towards performance. The tires are nice and let's see if we can get it tight on here. Yeah, you can see that there is thread on the tires here, really nice thread. And so it should make for a very good driving vehicle. So we're going to put the body back on and put it down on the track and see what it does. we're back from trackside. I have one word to explain this vehicle: smooth. It is the quietest and smoothest vehicle I've ever driven on my track. And that's saying a lot because I've been into slot cars since 2008, and I've never come across a car that came straight out of the box which was this smooth. And the car we're talking about, once again, is the Ferrari 412P from Policar. This car was smooth, it was fast, it was quiet, and it really took me by surprise. So let's get into the results first. So when we go to look at the scoreboard and we look at what the track time, it did a 3.750 seconds around my DDT track. And that is unbelievably quick, right? So this is no mods. This is straight up, straight out of the box with the standard tires that's on. I took it out of the box and we put it on the track. But let's go into some of the stats first. So you can see the weight of this vehicle is super light. 62 grams. That's super light. It's got the standard, the height's also very shallow, but everything else, length, width, wheelbase, pretty much in comparison to the Carrera cars that I test. But when it comes down to leaderboard now, with that 3.75 seconds, it's actually faster than my modified McLaren M8D. So that's another analog car, super light, modified though. It has extra magnets, it has quick slick tires on it, and the Ferrari still beat that right out of the box. So unbelievable performance out of this car. So what are my final thoughts on this vehicle? My final thoughts are simple. If you're really into performance cars, performance slot cars, and you just wanted a car that was really quick out of the box that could do a lot too, pick up this car. If you're a collector, pick up this car. It represents an era of motorsports that is truly phenomenal. The car itself is exquisitely done. But like I said, it's the meshing of both worlds. It's a meshing of if you want to go really fast around the track with a stock vehicle, it fits the bill. Like I said, I'm going to repeat again, it is super smooth, super quiet. So I am totally impressed. I'm super happy to have it as part of my collection. And let me know your thoughts. Do you guys own a 412P from Policar? Let me know. What are your thoughts? Did you get the same smooth out of the box feeling that I got? Let me know in the comments below. I really want to reach out and have a conversation with people from the community. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. We'll be back next week with another one. I'm planning to do the Scuderia comparison between Scuderia and Carrera with a Corvette C8. I also have a special car that I'm going to pick up this coming weekend as well, that I'm super excited about. And as soon as I pick it up, I'll definitely bring that onto the channel as well. If you like this kind of content, like I said, please like and subscribe. If you can leave a comment in the comments below, we can start a conversation. Really like to reach out to a bunch of guys in the community, see what's up. Other than that, you guys take care, and until next week, have fun on rails, guys.